Welcome back, everyone, to another incredible episode of Chat with Dan here. For today on the show, I say we're starting up an incredible Super Badass Wednesday because we have the incredible, the amazing, the badass, the superstar, the legendary. Let's find out why she's super badass. The incredible Isabel. Isabel, how are you today?
Hi, I'm good. Thank you so much for having me. What a great introduction.
Absolutely. What better way to have an incredible super badass day than to be chatting with someone as badass as you? You know what I mean?
I fully know what you mean.
Love it. Now, if you are new to the channel, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, follow. It helps a lot. But also in the description below, you're gonna find all of Isabel's social media. Let's follow her. Let's find out why she's super badass. Now, without further ado, let's jump in. So, I want to start this whole conversation by throwing out the very first question, which is, what first pulled you towards acting, and was there a moment you were like, "This is where everything starts now"?
I've always known that I wanted to act, honestly, since I was a child. Ever since I was 5 or 6, probably, I would make my stuffed animals like perform plays and act out movies. And then once I was getting into middle school, I started memorizing scenes from shows, specifically Stranger Things, and I would act them out in my living room. And I knew I wanted to do something with it, but I wasn't sure. And then I hopped into theater, and after theater, I jumped into film, and it's been the best 5 years ever in film.
There you go. I love it. And once you started to make your first steps right into a pro career, tell me what were some of the challenges you first encounter?
Yeah, so I didn't know anybody else that was in the film career. I was doing this on my own, and my parents were obviously fully supportive, but like, better be careful. And I had no idea what I was getting into, and I was driving myself to everything and spending all my money on everything. And so everything I was doing, I had no mentor to tell me don't do that. So I definitely learned a lot of tough lessons, got scammed a couple of times, but I definitely know a lot now.
Many it's part of the experience, right? You know, it's understandable. And focusing now a little bit into your acting career, tell me, what is your usual process when you're preparing for a role? Like, do you kind of fully separate yourself from the character? Is it more like peeling layers of yourself, putting on a mask? Like, what is your thing here?
I usually am pretty good at separating myself from the character. I'm kind of one of those people that like to say, all right, three, two, one, action, and I kind of snap into it and then snap out of it afterwards because I try not to let it absorb myself too much. So I definitely am one of those people that when I'm preparing, I kind of have it myself and I have the character and I make sure there's a definitive line between us so there's no like messing up with the two of them. And then I make sure that when I'm driving home, I'm myself fully and I let the day of work stay on set and then go back. And then I'm back on set and I'm ready to go once they call action.
How do you emotionally decompress after, let's say, an intense scene somehow?
I love to laugh. I am the most sarcastic person you'll probably ever meet in your life. So I will make sure to crack some type of joke, usually for my own benefit more than other people. I will make sure that I'm laughing or giggling, or if it's more of a serious set, I'll probably just put in some headphones and listen to my favorite music.
Could you share some of your favorite music then? What you usually listen?
Gladly. I have a great playlist with if I'm feeling chill, I have Noah Khan, I have a lot of Billy Joel, some Paul Simon, and they're all my chill vibe. I absolutely love listening to that. But if I'm feeling hype and I want to get excited, I'm listening to Sabrina Carpenter and Olivia Rodrigo nonstop. Absolutely love
Mm,
them.
okay. Which song would you say that could describe your career and a little bit about your personality as well?
I would say there's two. It would probably both be Olivia Rodrigo. One is Ballad of a Homeschool Girl because I was homeschooled and it's kind of learning how to it's basically just the awkwardness of being homeschooled. And so I absolutely love that one that kind of defines like my younger self. And then there's this one song called All American Bitch that she has that's basically just like, yeah, I'm a woman, deal with it. I'm here. You're gonna have to deal with it. And I absolutely love it. And it's kind of what I want to go into set feeling like I'm meant to be here. I'm talented. I'm worthy of being here. And that's such a good hype song.
Mm, okay. So we could have both. You know what?
Yeah.
Sounds good to me. I like it. Now, have you ever found a part of yourself you didn't expect while you were portraying a character?
I would say I didn't realize how much I liked comedy until I took on a couple comedic roles. It's so challenging and it's really hard to make a joke or a subtle line land correctly. And I love the challenging aspect of it. And so I would say I definitely found that I loved comedy through acting.
Okay. What is your tasting comedy.
Really, really dry and awkward. I would say I think you should leave with Tim Robinson. I will never stop laughing at it. It's so awkward and so funny, and that's definitely my taste in humor.
Hmm. Okay, sounds good. Sounds good. I like it. I start to discover why you're badass. You know, you're giving me those vibes here. Hmm.
Thank you. I
I
appreciate
like it. I like it.
it.
And moving a little bit here, and let's talk about rejection, right? So, what is your usual process, or like how you deal with this rejection part? That we all know that it's part of the it's part of the experience of being an actor, right? So, how you deal with that?
Usually, I deal with it by motivating myself more. Like I think about, okay, it's not meant for me, it's fine. And I usually double down and apply to 10 more things after that. And I study even harder. It's I turned it from less of an emotional blow and more into motivation for my future projects at this point. Just for how long I've been doing it, I got so used to it that I just use it as motivation at this point.
Yeah, like what do you usually do on this downtime between auditions? Is there like kind of specific thing like your thing here to kind of keep yourself creative, or like what is your process here? Let's say.
I would say on my downtime, I am applying a lot. I'm on IMDb Pro. I'm looking at a bunch of agents and managers, and I'm just looking into when I don't have them. By the way, I do have great representation right now. Like I'll be doing just a bunch of research on projects if I want to cold email some casting directors and stuff like that. And just looking for a bunch of roles. If there's something casting that I don't have the access to, I'll message my representation. I'll be like, "Can you get me in on that?" And yeah.
What do you think it's one of the biggest misconceptions that people have about actors until this day?
About being an actor or like trying to get into acting?
Let's go for both. Sounds good.
Go for both. I would say that the biggest misconception is that like once you book your first role, you've made it. And I definitely probably had that that mindset for a little bit, but it really just starts this endless wheel of, okay, you got one project, you can add it to your resume, and then you start to build up the resume so that you can build up the reel. And once you build up the reel, you can apply to more things and then hopefully get representation. And then it's an endless cycle of just trying to take the next step up. So you're never really done with perfecting your career. You're only just going up the steps.
What is that one thing you wish you have known once you were like as you were jumping into this career?
Just how long it takes and also how much money it costs to get yourself started. I was 18, had like no money, but I wanted to do it so bad. And I didn't care how much work it took. I just wasn't prepared for the amount of work. And I also wasn't financially prepared as well. So definitely just how much money, how much time, and you need to be extremely mentally healthy. Like you need to have a good mental state to be able to be an actor because it will really take it out of you, especially when you're first starting, I would say.
Do you think that it would be a good thing if in acting school would be able to teach you more about the business side and the mental side about being an actor?
For sure. I think there's a big, I've heard people say, like, if you want to be an actor, you better make absolute sure you don't want to do anything else first because this is going to take a lot out of you. So I think it's just as important to learn about the business side and how to make connections as it is to learn how to take care of yourself because all you're going to be hearing is no, probably for the first really long time. And it really hurts. And an average person will never really understand that. So it's definitely something that needs to be taught because it's not normalized in the industry as much as it should be.
Mm. And have you been able, like, how has been your process to work on this side of not letting yourself be getting affected by a rejection, which we know that it's not personal, it happens. So, how have you worked on that to not let yourself feeling all miserable to it?
Well, I definitely had to learn that. I definitely felt the pain a lot. And it's something that comes with time for me personally. But just taking it as kind of a mental shift of, okay, it's fine. Like it really hurts, but it wasn't meant for me in the end of the day because anything that's meant for me is not going to pass me. And I know that. So I just need to keep working harder so that I'm ready for the thing that is meant for me.
How you handle those moments, right? When the phone is not ringing, time pass, and then suddenly you start to have those doubt feelings start to creep in here. Like this feeling's telling you you might be looking for a new career, you might not make it. What are you doing with your life? So, like, how you handle those moments and those feelings, let's say.
I would say that's honestly harder. in my opinion, than the rejection, because with the rejection, at least you're getting auditions. But when I've had like 3 weeks of just silence, absolutely nothing, and it drives me crazy. And I'm like, do I even do this? Like this, it feels like there's no point. But something that helps me get remotivated is I watch my favorite shows behind the scenes and just see how it's all made. And I like just watching every aspect. So if I watch a show and I love it, I'm going to watch the behind the scenes. I'm going to watch all the interviews. I'm going to learn about the actors, all of this. And I think distracting myself with something that also has to do with the industry is what keeps going. It's like I can't wait to get to that point where I'm doing that and I'm distracting myself with that thought, well, I'm not hearing anything. And then I'll also go on like I'll Pinterest and I'll journal and stuff like that to help keep me motivated too.
And what keeps you grounded in an industry that feels anything but stable?
As much as I love this career and as important as it is to me, you can't make it your whole life. So I make sure I go to the gym 5 times a week and I'm eating healthy and I'm spending a lot of time with my family and my loved ones and my cat. And so I just need to make sure that at the end of the day, as it's my dream job, but it's also my career, and everybody needs to be able to step away from their career at the end of the day and do something that reminds them why they're doing their career. And as much as you can love it, it's like you still need to be reminded, like, oh, I have family, I have friends, I have loved ones, and it's an important reminder when everything can seem really overwhelming that they're always there for you.
And as you look back and look ahead, how has your definition of success have shifted?
When I first started, I think all I really wanted was to be on set. And obviously, I do that now, and it's amazing. It's literally a dream come true. But as I don't want to just stop where my dreams came true, I want to keep forwarding with what my success is in the future. So I've succeeded in being on set, but now I want to succeed in the future with being financially stable, with being an actor, and then hopefully with that, being able to support my family financially as well. That's definitely my biggest idea of success, is being able to support myself and my family with acting.
Hmm. Okay. Okay. What do you think the 13-year-old version of Isabel would think about you right now?
Think she would think she's so cool. I don't think she would ever believe all the stuff that we're doing, honestly. It's we travel everywhere, we meet cool people, we're on set, we watch ourselves on the screen. It's she'd think it's pretty cool.
For our next section, quick rapid fire question, yes, no, or pass. So basically, I'll be asking you a couple of questions. You can say yes, no, or pass. That's it. Sounds good?
Okay. Yes.
You ready?
Yes.
Cool. Let's make it happen. So, first question. Have you ever cried after an audition?
Yes.
Can you separate personal pain from a performance?
Yes.
Do you enjoy watching your own work?
Yes.
Okay. Have you ever turned down a role you now wish you took?
No.
Can you cry on cue?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you believe typecasting still defines careers?
Yeah.
Have you ever walked out of an audition on purpose?
No.
Do you still get nervous before going on set?
Nope.
Have you ever improvised something that made it into the final cut?
Yes.
And would you play a character that scares you?
Yes, for sure.
Perfect. Before we wrapping up here, what's the one moment in your career that remind you why you started in the first place?
I would say probably just like being on a plane, flying to a location where I know I'm going to be filming. I'm always sitting on that plane and I'm like, this is really cool. I'm really glad I did this. And like I keep thinking about like, what if I never did this? I would never be able to explore as much as I have and been to so many states and met so many cool people if I had never started. And so I always feel the reflection when I'm on a plane and I just sit back and I'm like, I'm really glad I did this.
No. Okay. Okay. And my last question here. So we can all enjoy and relax after an epic chat here. So here we go. What do you think that could be the best title for this episode?
I would say if I went from homeschooling and not knowing that many people to networking and knowing so many people that I do now, I would call it If I Can Do It, So Can You.
Yeah. So should we leave it like that?
I think so. What do you think of the title? Sound
I
good?
like it. Yeah. I mean, sounds like a franchise to me already.
Perfect.
Who knows?
It does. It really, really does.
Right. Right. And I
Mhm.
mean, at the end, what can I say? I love the fact that you're doing what makes you happy. That's really cool. We all know that doing something that you're passionate about sometimes can be a pain in the butt, but you're making it happen. You're showing up. You're showing results. I think that is incredible. Yeah, that's super badass. But you're also are showing that dreams can come true, and I think that is a really positive message that we all should follow, especially now in this crazy era that suddenly we want to kill each other, and yeah, it's just bad. The fact that we can rely on people like you, it's amazing. It's badass, and now I discover why you're super badass. So mission accomplished. What can I say?
Thank you so much. I had such a great time talking to you.
Absolutely. I do want to thank also those who stayed the whole episode. Let us know what you think in the comments below. But by this point, you should know why Isabel is super badass. So let's follow her. Let's make her viral. Hashtag Team Isabel. And again, thank you for making this happen. Keep shining out there. Keep rocking. Keep kicking butt. And remember that every day is a beautiful day because you exist. And I'll be seeing you in the next one.